Hello people, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the Alchemist by Unacademy. My name is Pahul, and if I'm audible and visible, please write you in the chat box, you know the drill, yes? और बताओ दोस्तों, क्या हाल चाल चल रहा है भाई जिंदगी में? I hope everything is good. Rahul ji, bro, google.com. Ankit, no. Ideally, no. Tanmay, solve them again, bro. That's it. Don't worry. If you're able to solve 30%, solve that same chapter again. You'll be able to solve 50%, solve it again. You'll be able to solve 80%. Yeah. Continuous process, bro. And if you have any idea about the Hindi language, yeah, it's called adhyayan. अध्ययन का मतलब एक ही चीज को बार बार करते रहना. That's how you become perfect at something. Rahul Krishna, okay bro. Towards the mid or the end of the session, we'll do something like that. Meena, that's a track called Diggy by this creator Patrick. You just search for Diggy Patrick on YouTube, you'll find it. Yeah. J Aspirant 22 is saying, I have many family issues, how to manage? Bro, it depends on what exactly the issues are. And I'm sure since these are family issues and every family is different, I'm not someone who can tell you exactly what to do. But if there is some issue that you want to share, you can. If I'm able to read your chat, then I might try to give you my take on it. Ashish is saying, I find organic tough, how to make it easy. Ashish, did you see the GOC classes that I've taken? That will give you a good base, and eventually I will take class of all the other chapters of organic as well, man, so that might help you. Sujit, yes, it is good for theory, Morrison Boyd, but the thing is that too many things are mentioned in those books, and you might just end up reading things that are not useful for your specific syllabus, which is not bad if you're reading for the sake of science, but then we don't have infinite time, therefore we should limit ourselves as well. So if you know what syllabus you have, if you know what exactly you want to read from that book, then you should definitely read it. Okay. Sparsh is saying, what's the scene of 12th board practicals in dummy schools? They'll just call you for a day and practicals will be done and that's it, bro. Ishita is saying that there's still a night curfew. Ishita, so the fun thing is, no one knows for sure, okay? There was news that was published that the Karnataka government has taken away the night curfew apart from 4 districts, the 4 districts that border Kerala. They have night curfew, but everyone else will not have night curfew. Then some other news article popped up and there was like Bangalore police themselves have put some night curfew. So no one knows for sure, okay? Some restaurants are closing early, some restaurants are closing late, some people get home early, some people get home late. Police checks a bunch of individuals, finds them, police checks a bunch of individuals, lets them go. It's something weird is going on these days. Yeah. Rosanthi Singh, was there anyone who motivated you continuously during your preparation? Maybe my teachers. Apart from that, no one. Yeah. Ankit is saying, why studying is tough? Because you think it is. It is not. Okay. Anything worthwhile in life is tough. Okay. Learning a new skill is always tough. Going to the gym and building a body is tough. Going to Mumbai and trying to become an actor is tough. Trying to learn music good enough that you can actually make music and make it popular or make it worthwhile for anyone else to listen is tough. Cooking and becoming a successful chef is tough. Anything in this world that is worthwhile is tough, bro. So if you just want to sit at one place and scroll Instagram, then that's the only thing that's not tough. That'll get you nowhere. Priya, thank you so much. Vidya Shankar, I think I've seen like one of those, not all. Jai Lakshmi, IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Kanpur, all of these are good. Focused life, bro, I've already told you my opinion on this. Please focus on chapters that are a little more visual. There is always going to be some silver lining everywhere. So mathematics, there are always chapters which you will be able to understand. Make sure you are expert at them. Yeah. Nagendra is asking for the minimum rank for IIT Bombay general category. That will be somewhere around 4,000 to 5,000 in today's day. You should definitely check out exact numbers online. Gagan, the pattern may be changed, but the syllabus has not changed, so don't even worry about it. I teach in terms of the stuff that has to be taught, not in terms of what will be asked in the examination, if you get what I mean. Yeah. Akanshi is saying how to deal with the peer competition that demotivates us sometimes. Well, the demotivation can also be taken as a motivation. Yeah, if I'm taking a test and if I'm not getting a good rank, then it means I have to improve myself. Yeah, it's very easy in life to take the negative standpoint, let me tell you, and 99.9% of the humans are doing that. I do that a lot of times, yeah, but there's always a silver lining, there's always a positive side to things as well. So if I am getting bad ranks in my, let's say, coaching test, it means I have to improve, and the good thing is I have room to improve. I can easily improve. Yeah. It's like this, if you want to, take something that's miserable, to create an improvement in it is very easy. For example, you go to a room and it's messed up. Okay, it's dirty room, there's chaos all over, it's just messy. Okay, cleaning it up is very simple. You take all the clothes, put it in a laundry basket, you take all the clean clothes, pack it and put it in the cupboard. Yeah, you take all the random items that belong to the kitchen, you take them to the kitchen, etc., etc. Cleaning that room is easy because it is so messed up. Yeah, but if a room is already clean, it looks neat and clean, shiny and everything, then you're given the job to make it look better. Then it is difficult. Yeah, then you need a professional interior designer to do so. The worse you are, there is more room of improvement, and the improvement is easier to do. So there's always a way to think about things in a positive light. It's just that the trend these days, somehow, even I get influenced by it a lot of times. The trend these days is to think about the negative. The trend these days is to talk about the problem rather than talking about the solution. I don't know why. Yeah, and even I have done that a lot of times. Ankit is saying, did you go to school during your JEE preparation? Not every day. AR18 is saying, but sir, when you love it, it doesn't feel tough. The case is we don't love studying. So first of all, change your name from AR18 to something else. Second of all, find something that you love, bro. If you don't love what you're doing right now, then don't do it. As simple as that. And they're like, no sir, but parents and this and that. Then tell your parents you love to do this. If your parents see that you are smart enough to make your own choices, they will let you make your own choices. Okay, so either find something that you love to do, which is practical enough to be done. Okay, otherwise, do you use your phone every day? Do you love to scroll Instagram? How is Instagram made? Instagram was made by people who are nerds, who spent all day, all night in front of their computers trying to code something interesting, trying to code something different. What was Mark Zuckerberg doing when he founded Facebook? Just writing codes. Yeah, he was trying to create something fun for other people, but himself, what was he doing? Just writing all sorts of codes, man. Yeah, typical nerd. So that's the point, man. Why wouldn't you love studying? Because it's applicable everywhere. Whatever you're studying, somewhere or the other, it is applicable. Yeah, if you're like, no sir, where is this sets relation function applicable? You go to college, get into mathematics and computing, you'll know. Bro, Wikipedia. VIT versus new IITs, Kishore, VIT is preferred in most cases. Priya, yes. सरफराज सिंह सर कब तक सिलेबस कंप्लीट करना चाहिए? सरफराज देखो, आप डेडलाइन दोगे सिलेबस की ना तो आप सिर्फ जल्दबाजी में सिलेबस खत्म करोगे, आप चैप्टर अच्छे से नहीं करोगे. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ टेकिंग अ डेडलाइन एज सच, मेक श्योर यू आर गोइंग स्टेप बाय स्टेप, क्वेश्चन बाय चैप्टर बाय चैप्टर, एंड make sure you're an expert in one chapter before you move ahead. That's how I would approach things, okay, rather than trying to cover all the syllabus. That's not a good idea. Saurav is saying, don't you think NEET paper should be a little hard? Isn't it too easy? Saurav, the thing is that the kind of temperament that is being looked for a medical student, NEET does a fairly good job of assessing that, in the sense that medical students are not required to solve a lot of mathematical problems. They are required to be quick in their judgment. Yeah, if let's say eventually you are a good doctor and you come across a certain patient and you see all their symptoms, and the patient, you know, their disease is time sensitive, that something is going to happen to them if you don't come to a decision quickly. So you need to look at all those symptoms, check back in your memories, that what are those symptoms related to, what could be the condition. You take out that condition, you remember all the medicines and all the chemicals that are required to use to fix that condition, and do you understand the kind of temperament you want? Yeah. Medical students, most of them, unless you are talking about hardcore medical research, most of you will be dealing with time sensitive stuff. Yeah, so NEET examination in a very basic sense is super time sensitive. Yeah, you have to solve a lot of questions in a small span of time, which are mostly memory centric, because that's one of the very important skills that a doctor needs to have. Getting the idea? Yeah, so for what it is judging, I don't think it's bad. Okay, Prateek is saying, please tell your result day story. Woke up in the morning and the server was down, and I was super nervous, so I fell asleep again. Why did I fall asleep? I feel sleepy when I'm nervous, when I'm tense, when I am stressed, I feel sleepy. Some people have that, yeah, have this mechanism of coping with stress. So I fell asleep once again, and when I woke up, my friends were calling me. I called them and they told me my rank, and I was expecting a much better rank, so I was shocked for some time. I was like telling them to check again, and then I opened my internet and it finally started working, and then even I checked, and then I realized, okay, this is the rank that I've gotten. And I told my parents, and they were also a little shocked ki bhai, you were telling you will get a better rank, but what is this? Yeah, so took a little bit of time for me to understand. Then I quickly searched whether I can get IIT Bombay at that rank or not, and before that day I did not know that this branch of 5-year integrated MSc in chemistry exists in IIT Bombay. That day I knew that it does, and I was very relieved that I can at least get into the college where I want to. I was not really worried about the branch, because sitting at home, what do I know what is mechanical engineering? Yeah, am I an expert already? If I already know what's mechanical engineering, then why do I need to become a mechanical engineer? Get the idea? So I was like, okay, I'm getting my college. I have to convince everyone now. That's half the job done. I've convinced myself. Told my parents. My parents are like, no, we'll talk to the teacher about it. Integrate MSc. If you have to do MSc, why go to IIT? Yevo, all that usual. What's the scope, placement, etc., etc. Because sitting at home, you don't know anything. Yeah. So we went to the teachers, and the teachers, thankfully, IITians themselves, they were like, you just get into an IIT. That's good enough. You'll get equal opportunity there compared to every other student who's in any other branch whatsoever. Maybe the computer science people will have some advantage. So the entire day we spent convincing ourselves, me and my parents. My parents were in Chamba, I was in Patiala, 400 kilometers distance. So my parents first of all came from Chamba after hearing my result, and then we went to my coaching and then talked to the teachers and everything, and that entire day went into convincing ourselves that yes, that I can get IIT Bombay and I will go to the branch that I am getting. So day 1 and day 2 partially were a little nervous, not very happy. Day 3, all of us realized that it's a good result, so we should celebrate. So that's exactly what happened. And the actual celebration, okay, the result day was not the real celebration actually for us. The actual celebration was the result of the first counseling. In the first counseling, when my screen said, congratulations, you've been admitted into this course at IIT Bombay, that was the actual celebration day for my parents and I. For me and my parents, yeah. Ishan is saying, I love physics, but I get very low marks in it. I hate chemistry, but I get highest marks in it. What to do? Do what you're doing for chemistry and physics. Yeah. See, might be possible that since you love physics so much, you're spending a lot of time reading about it and less time practicing it because you're so fascinated by it. So maybe switch that. Yeah. Vaisayan, NCRT, I read it as much as I could. Then I was like, should I solve questions of NCRT? I solved some. Then I was like, okay, these are simple. So I moved to HC Verma. And HC Verma, every chapter I would read whatever is given in the book and then solve questions of that chapter. And every day I would do at least like 70% of one chapter, at least. So 20 days were more than enough to do mechanics actually. Vidya is asking, when was the last time you rode your motorcycle? What was I doing yesterday? Yesterday I drove my car. Sunday. Sunday को तो चलाया ही था मैंने. Sunday को I did a long ride of like 600. No, not 600. 600 तो last week था. This week I did only what? Just went for dosa. 300 kilometers I did on Sunday. Johan is saying, when are you planning to visit your hometown Chamba again? Not anytime soon, but maybe I will. Ankit is saying, show the IIT Bombay symbol. Here it is, bro. Gyanam Paramam Dhyayam. Can you see? Cool. Tanmay is saying, so many students start early preparation during class 9th and 10th. Won't starting in 11th, I have a disadvantage over them. I didn't have it. Yeah, there were a lot of students in our class in 11th who had done these foundation courses and they had scored really well in the first 6 months of 11th class, and then somehow or the other they were nowhere to be seen. Yeah, surprisingly, like that was it. For the first 6 months they were super active and good about everything. Then Gayab. They were gone. Ishan, I'm not really sure, man. Advait, yes, I saw. And this time around, season 5 of Rick and Morty, I don't know, it was not as interesting as the earlier ones for some reason. Pahul Sir ka student. Okay, interesting name, bro. He's asking, sir, are you interested in talking about politics? Yes and no. In a public platform like this, where I'm on the YouTube channel affiliated to an organization, definitely not. If I am meeting you personally, then yeah, why not? Ashish, my mom and dad are at home in the north of the country. Vaisan is saying, could you create a personalized website where you can communicate with your students? I'm doing that over here for now, Vaisan, but maybe in the future I can think about that for sure. YTR Adil, bro, the thing is, if you are solving any reaction mechanism, if you're learning about any reaction mechanism, that builds your temperament towards solving or understanding any other reaction mechanism. So even if you think that JEE advanced syllabus is limited, you should not limit yourself to only those reactions. If you are able to study other reactions, if you're able to spend some time on them, then do so. Yeah, because the mindset is being developed. Yeah, as a sports person, if you are planning for a 400-meter race, let's say, will you only run for 400 meters every day? No, you will run for 400 meters, you'll run for 800 meters as well, you'll run for 100-meter sprints as well, you'll do some other exercises as well, you'll do some stretching, you'll do some weight training, you'll focus on your diet, etc. So overall development is always better than just being too constipated, in the sense that you just cram yourself in a tiny little corner. Yeah. Ashish, yes, of course, I've seen Kota Factory. Science Free is saying, what's your dinner? I have no idea right now. After the class, I'll think of what to have for dinner. Harsh is saying in online setting without any peers or community, it's very stressful to prepare for J. Harsh, if you talk to students who are preparing offline, they will say that these online guys are okay, sitting at home, eating food. We have to deal with the hostel life every day and this peer pressure and everything. Offline is much worse than online. People who want to take stress will take stress. Okay. Priya is saying if people on the internet post real themselves, then life becomes much better for them and everyone. Sadly, if people post their real selves online these days, then we'll realize 90% of them are psychopaths. Well, psychopath is not a good term. 90% of them don't have a proper open-minded thought process. You will find 90% people to be turned into, to turn out to be gender biased or homophobes or, some weird character or the other if they post their real selves, okay, which is sad. Second thing is if they post their real selves because of capitalistic society, they will not be able to sell themselves. Yeah. If everyone shows their faces when they wake up and then they're groggy and then they go and try to have some food but they can't find food, so they just have the good old cornflakes and milk and everything that everyone does, you will not be able to sell. But if you wake up in the morning, put all sorts of makeup on your face and click 20 selfies from different angles and like woke up like this, that's what sells. So unfortunately, majority of what you see online these days is not realistic. That doesn't mean that realistic things aren't available online. Realistic things are available online in plenty, but only a very, 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 very minute, tiny fraction of whatever is available online is available to you, is visible to you. Okay, if you look at your YouTube feed, you will see that there are suggestions from what, 10 channels, maybe 15 channels. There are infinite number of creators and videos on the YouTube platform as such, but you're viewing not even like 0.00001% of it. It's just a weird world we live in. Rahul, they're in their room. Maybe towards the end of the chat session, we'll have a word with them as well. Anonymous is saying, please, sir, coordination chemistry. Okay. Point noted. When we have time for it, I will do it for sure. Ishan is saying that's the reason why I don't use Insta. Yeah, man, it makes perfect amount of sense. See, if you're not earning money out of Instagram or YouTube, it doesn't make sense to spend time. Unless you are learning something out of it, yeah. So, for example, when I was not associated with YouTube as a professional who's earning out of it, I would spend most of my time learning from it, and entertainment is always good, yeah. But other stuff, other social media which are a little more short-lived, short-term, where the bite-size consumption is very small, like 1 minute videos or just one photo or two photos every person, then those are not really teaching you anything. Yeah, those are not really convincing enough to teach you. So, for example, this app that has been banned now, I was never on that app. Yeah, I never made a TikTok account because for me it was pure wastage of time. That's just my opinion. If you are someone who's earning money from TikTok, then go for it, man. Why not? Rahul, it's good, man. I'm getting used to it, trying to tweak it to suit me as well. Suyash, no, I did not see that, man. I should. आशीष सिंह सर, यू लिव अलोन, आपको डर नहीं लगता? भाई मैं जंगल में अकेला नहीं रहता. आशीष सिंह सर, यू लिव अलोन, आपको डर नहीं लगता? ब्रो, आई डोंट लिव अलोन इन अ जंगल. आई लिव अलोन इन अ हाउस which is in a gated society which has so many different towers, and every tower has a security guard, and the whole society has a security guard, and the door has a lock, and I am a fully grown human being. Maybe I have some self-defense skills. So yeah, bro, डर के क्या करूँगा मैं? Somte is saying, can you do a full inorganic chemistry course on Unacademy? So the thing is, I'm not good at inorganic as such. I'm good at helping you solve questions of inorganic. I'm good at, creating an interesting environment around the questions of inorganic chemistry. So that is the way I will teach you inorganic chemistry whenever I do. If you talk about, me teaching you the entire theory of inorganic chemistry, that's going to be very difficult for me to do because I'm not an expert at that. Yeah. Rishi, only if that's the worst case scenario. That's what I would say, okay? Okay, Emeritus is saying VIT Chennai CSC versus BITS Hyderabad MSc Physics. Interesting. Where BTech degree is regular engineering branch. I like physics and CS equally. Bro, just see which of those is a better college, okay? Generally speaking, CSC will have much more diverse opportunities later on in terms of placements. Yeah, because everyone needs someone who knows computer science these days. If you're good at it, you will be earning lots of money in no time as well. And this is not going to change, okay? Suddenly, the world is not going to turn into, okay, this is the new thing, CSC is no longer there. CSC is there to continue from now on. Yeah, but in terms of physics, the placement opportunities that you might have will be either something that is not related to physics, or something like I am doing, maybe teaching other people physics, or going into hardcore research. Yeah, so in terms of sheer diversity, I would prefer CSC, but again, make sure you have a look at the college life and campus life of both of those places that you have shortlisted and see what offers you a more overall personality development as well. I would mostly choose that. Yeah. Vaisan is saying, have you ever been to Kerala? Bro, so many times I've been asked this question, so I'll tell you once again. People who are from Kerala, I've been to Wayanad, I've been to Vagaman, I've been to Kochi, I've been to Alappi, I've been to Varkala. Yeah. So yes, I have been to Kerala a good number of times. I have been to Tolpatti as well, small places also. I do want to visit other places in Kerala, but these days, the COVID situation is not good at all. Especially, there's a lot of tension in the borders of Kerala and Karnataka because of the COVID virus and the immense number of cases that are there in Kerala right now. So eventually, I will make plans once it's more feasible to do so. Yeah, I definitely want to go and visit more places in Kerala. Daksh is saying, I'm able to score approx 40 to 45% in advanced tests, but stuck in JEE mains tests. Not able. I'm not understand why this is happening. Daksh, it used to happen to me as well. I was better at JEE advanced tests in my coaching than JEE mains tests. It's just that people like us don't have a temperament of solving simple questions fast. For us, it's better to sit in one place and take some time and understand the question and use that time to solve it correctly, more analytical, less memory based, etc. So that's just the temperament difference between the two examinations. The good thing is that these days JEE mains has become much better compared to what it used to be in my time. It was a lot more memory based, okay, a lot more random illogical questions used to come, but now NTA has done a really good job of giving really good questions in JEE mains as well. So bro, just don't worry about it. If you're doing decent enough, then keep doing the same thing again and again. You'll become better. Yeah. Anirudh, of course, I won't be able to tell you that online over here. No, Johan, I haven't done that. I haven't been there. Rosant is saying, have you ever had a day without sleeping literally for 24 hours? Yeah, I've had stretches for like 40 hours when I haven't slept. Has happened. These days it's very difficult for me to do that because I've become super lethargic, in the sense that after COVID struck, I haven't been to the gym in the last 2 years I've been to the gym for like 2 days maybe. So my physical strength and stamina has gone down to a good extent in the COVID times. And age, of course, is an interesting factor that plays in. I don't cook a lot of food these days. I just order food online because just becoming lazy. I used to cook my own food because I was concerned about my health and everything, but now for some reason this COVID has made me lazy. So now it's difficult for me to go for more than 20 hours without sleep. I need sleep. But before this, I used to go 30-40 hours without sleep, and whenever I wanted to go for a long ride, okay, for example, whenever I've gone to Goa on my motorcycle, let's say today I woke up at 2 p.m. Assume, okay, today let's say I woke up at 2 p.m. I would not sleep the entire day. I would pack and prepare and everything, and I would leave for Goa at night. Let's say around 1 or 2 a.m. I like to travel at night on highways. Yeah, so I leave for Goa at night 1 or 2 a.m. and then I'm traveling. It takes like if you're traveling like a normal human being without over speeding and everything, it takes anywhere from 8 to 10 hours to reach Goa, okay, from Bangalore. So 2 a.m. 2 p.m. I woke up, 2 a.m. I left for Goa, 12 hours already, then put 10 more hours, so that's 22 hours. And then when you go there, still don't sleep for the entire day because there's so much to do over there. So 30-40 hours I've definitely done a lot of times without sleeping. Ishan is saying, being a night owl, aren't you scared of ghosts? Ishan. First of all, no. Yeah, whether ghosts exist or not is a very controversial idea. Second, the thing is, do you realize light is temporary, darkness is permanent? I don't know how many of us realize it, but light needs a source. Only if you have the source of light which is working at that point of time, there is brightness. Yeah, if the tube light is running, okay, there's light. The sun is there in front of you, okay, there is light. But darkness is permanent. Yeah, so why would I be comfortable with the temporary and why not with the permanent? Like, why would I be scared of what's permanent? And get the idea? So I have like too many reasons to give you why I am someone who prefers the dark rather than the light. Priya is saying, being a chill introvert, some people must trouble you. How do you deal with them? I don't pick up their calls. I meet very less people, to be very honest, man. When I see other friends of mine, how much they socialize and how much they go out and they do this and that, I have no idea how they do so. Mayank is saying, did you perform in NMIMS in Mumbai? Yes, I have hosted a lot of shows over there in their festivals. Ishan, yes, you would be able to see that, man. Little salt and pepper, yeah. Vitushi saying, have I been to Varanasi? No, I haven't. That was in my bucket list. So there are a few places that I want to go to in the country next, and those would definitely be Leh Ladakh, because I haven't been there, even though I am an avid motorcycle rider, and these days everyone who calls himself or herself a rider has been there, but I've never gotten the time to be free during the Leh Ladakh season. And I have this idea that I want to go on my motorcycle from Bangalore itself. So yeah, I will do it, I hope soon, whenever I get the chance. So I want to go there. I want to visit Varanasi for sure. I want to visit all the northeastern states of the country. Yeah, I have been only to Meghalaya properly and just been through Assam. I haven't even visited places in Assam. So Meghalaya I have been to in the northeastern states, but I want to visit all the others as well, explore their food especially. And yeah, I want to do the, what do you call it, the southeastern coastal belt of India. So starting from maybe Chennai Mahabalipuram is also on that belt, I think. So from there going down, Pondicherry and all of that area, Dhanushkodi, then going to Kanyakumari. I've been to Kanyakumari though, and then coming back. So there are a lot of things that I want to explore, man. Will happen someday, for sure. Priyanshi Singh, have you been to Punjab? Priyanshi, I was born in Patiala. Punjab is my home. Come on. Sarthak, I tried, didn't like it, man. RN is saying, do we get opportunities to go abroad in IIT? Infinite number of opportunities in IITs to go abroad. Infinite. You can go abroad after your second year is over if you want to. A lot of people do that. Yeah. Akshita is saying, how to study abroad by getting a good score in JEE. See, JEE, as an examination, if you score well in it, you will be eligible for a lot of colleges in the country. But if you do well in those colleges, then higher studies maybe you can do abroad. Jaydeep is saying, so not able to do JEE advanced mock test. Okay. What do you do if you're not able to lift weight in the gym? Do you stop lifting weight? No. You go to the gym and try to lift that weight. Yeah. Maybe you lift a little lighter and then go to the heavier weight again. Fine. So same thing, bro. If you're not able to do super advanced level mock test, then maybe reduce the level a little bit. Keep attempting the tests and then increase the level when you can. Okay. Ash is saying it's BITS Pilani equivalent to old IITs. Similar. Fee structure is quite a lot more extensive. I mean, it's a lot more expensive. Yeah. Ishan is asking better college or better branch. Always better college over better branch, bro. Shriyani is saying yes. Shriyani is asking, do IITs have exchange programs? Yes, they do. Lots of them. Okay. Janish, I do not remember any performance like that where something was thrown. So, really not sure what you're talking about, man. Atharva is saying, I have no specific interest in any branch as I have no clue about any of them. Which branch should I choose? Whatever is the best at your rank in the best college, okay? Best college, then go for the best rank. Yeah. People, do you realize you are here in this life to live as a human? Essentially. Everything else that happens is something that is made by humans, isn't it? For example, your parents tell you that you belong to this certain religion. That idea, that concept behind all the rules and regulations of the religion are made by humans. Yeah. If you, let's say, are told that you are a part of this region in the society, you know, that this is your caste or class, or yeah, you are a Tamil guy, or you're a Kannadiga, or you're a Mallu, or you're a Punjabi, or you're a Bengali, whatever. Those are just human made constructs, right? When Earth did not have humans, there was no distinguishing factor between the United States of America and Trinidad and Tobago. You get the idea? It was just a piece of land. Yes. So all of these constructs that we've made come later. You are here on this planet to live as a human and try to explore the life the best you can, whatever your goals are, whatever it is, fine. So exploring and enjoying life, in my opinion, is the primary goal. Everything else comes later. Being a good Indian, being a good क्या कहते हैं engineer, being a good I don't know, sportsman, being a good anything comes later. Yeah. So just think about it. If life gives you an opportunity to explore a lot of things as you can, I mean, explore a lot of things being a human, would you choose that? Or would you choose becoming a better computer science engineer? Isn't it logical that since you are essentially a human, you would want to explore life as a human rather than just becoming an expert at a certain term that humans have devised a few years back? You see how narrow that mindset is. So whenever someone asks me about college versus branch, and then they start arguing that, you know, you should always choose a branch, sir, not a college, sir. College, what will do? Branch will give you money. Understand what you're here to do on the planet. If you are here to write things on pieces of paper, then yeah, good for you. Always college over branch. Rosant, you take care, man. Kushal is saying, so how can I help my father? He's a farmer. Financial independence will definitely help. Also, there are lots and lots of interesting and modern innovative farming techniques that can definitely help all the farmers that are there in the country. There have been techniques devised in the world where, given any climate, any topography, any condition, you can take the space of just a regular apartment and you can do multi-tiered farming, multi-floored farming, I don't know the exact word for it, and you can literally create a city's worth of food from an apartment. That has been done in a lot of countries as well, because of the intelligent techniques, efficient techniques that they use in farming. So since you are a young, innovative and fresh mind, you should start exploring those areas, and eventually financial independence will definitely help you explore these areas a little better and incorporate them in your father's profession as well. Fine. So that's just one perspective. There are of course millions of different ways in which you can help your father. Yeah. Lavam Surana, yes, you can. If that's the best college that you're getting, you can definitely do that. Okay, some scholarship, some UBC Canada, I'm not sure, I couldn't read your message. Can you send me that message once again? Siddha Karnoor Singh is saying, which was your longest bike ride ever? If you're talking in terms of distance, Bangalore to Pune, which is approximately 1,000 kilometers. And if you're talking about time, then Siliguri to Kolkata, which is just 400 kilometers, but it took like 15 hours because the roads are so... You understand, the roads are very bad. At least they were in 2017. I don't know what's the condition now. Ashish, no, I didn't think of that, bro. Sparsh, that is incorrect information as far as the experience I have. I never faced that problem. None of my friends faced the problem, even though a lot of us were in dummy settings in the schools. So, nahi bhai, they generally give good assessments. I'm not sure, there might be some certain school taking out some personal vendetta. Saib Singh, that is what I generally do. Okay, sometimes the schedule goes up and down because I'm a very random person in that sense. But yeah, that's what we usually do, no? There's this person who's named himself Sasta Rutherford. Interesting. Start your motor vlogging channel, sir. Soon. Trying to do that. Soon I will do that. Venkatesh is asking, what is a coordinate bond? Bro, I can't explain that right now because it will take a lot of time for me to do that. But coordinate bond ke liye, just go and watch the first class of chemical bonding that I've taken on this particular channel. That will definitely help. Kishore is saying, NEET is good. Yes, they are very good colleges. If you're getting that as an option and no other better option, then you should definitely go for it. How to revise a chapter during week before the examination? Vingish, I used to revise the theory in my head because I had revised the theory a lot of times beforehand as well. So that is what I would do. I had my notes as well. So if there was anything I was forgetting, I would just scroll through my notes, and then after that I would solve questions. Yeah, solving whole whole syllabus mock tests where there are questions from almost every chapter are the best way of revision close to an examination, in my opinion. Lavam Surana is saying, but I heard MSc Maths is toughest course. It can lead to a loss of interest and it will become a burden. I agree. And Lavam Surana, the thing is, so if you are not someone who's interested in mathematics, then don't take that course. Yeah, that's my honest idea for you. Janish, bro, that's confetti being thrown, bro. Yeah. That show actually went really well for us. They gave us really good gifts after that show as well. Shriyani is saying you should start a podcast, sir. This casual conversation thingy is like a podcast. Maybe I'll formalize it later, someday. Sanjay Singh, what's that? This is a recipe book. Why would any book say chicken and then have like a roasted chicken thing made on top of it? It's a recipe book. Ritesh Singh, so when will you go for a Trans-Siberian ride? Bro, I have no idea. I don't have enough money to do that right now. One day, if I have that amount of money or if someone sponsors me, then I will definitely do that for sure. Pulkit is saying, what are the prerequisites for GOC? Basic knowledge of chemical bonding. Yeah. Ashish, no, I didn't have my dinner yet, man. Sahib, all of them are great, man. Like, seriously. Kishore is saying difference between new and old IITs. Sir, old IITs are a little more established in terms of their processes, in terms of the exposure that you will get in them. New IITs will be there in the next decade or so. Yeah, will be at a good level, but then the old IITs would have progressed even further. So, you get the idea. It's like there's an iconic restaurant in the city. That branch will always be iconic, even if they open like thousands of branches across the country. You get the idea? Yeah. And sorry if I'm missing your messages, people. It's difficult to take care of the chat box, especially when every minute 60 different chat messages are coming out. Yeah. Ashwin is saying, I'll sponsor you, sir. Ashwin, thank you so much, bro. I will definitely go on a Trans-Siberian ride if you're sponsoring it for me. Priya, interesting. Jignesh is saying, how to revise after you complete your whole syllabus. So, Jignesh, every time you want to revise, you take like a chunk of 5 chapters, you try to revise its theory using the notes that you have, or just close your eyes and revise whatever you can and then open your notes wherever you think you're forgetting something. And then, as I said, full syllabus tests are what are the best at revising each and every chapter, because you will get questions from each and every chapter in the full syllabus test. So solve as many of them as you can. Okay. Spandana saying your prediction on NEET 2022. No prediction for NEET 2022, man. Acha, I drank your coffee while you were reading my username. Is asking, sir, did you choose teaching by choice or by chance? By choice, not by chance. Yeah, it was by choice. Sometimes it's hard to avoid such thoughts. How to deal with that, sir? I'm stuck with this issue from a long period. Yuvraj, what thoughts, bro? Sorry. Think I missed your earlier message. Kishore, VIT, the main branch, of course, will be better. Yeah. Amal is saying tips for partial droppers. Focus more on getting into the dream college rather than where you already are. Yeah. So prepare as if you are a full dropper. That's my suggestion for you. Sparsh is saying I waste my whole time on YouTube. What to do? Don't waste your time on YouTube. Like it's like this. I am becoming overweight because I'm eating a lot of food. Yeah. It's not. See, your question is not like, sir, I'm becoming overweight. What to do? Your question is like, sir, I'm becoming overweight because I'm eating a lot. What should I do? Don't eat that much. Eat in moderation. Is there a magic wand that I will just do this and tomorrow 1 hour of YouTube will like, oh, I can't watch anymore? It won't happen. You have to tell yourself how important your goal is to you. And if you're spending any time doing things that are absolutely irrelevant, why are you doing it? Yeah. It's just about how much respect you have for your time, to be very honest. Even if it's not about how important your goal is to you and all of that fancy jazz that I keep on saying all the time. Do you respect your time enough? Yeah. If I have 1 hour, and how would you want to spend that 1 hour? All of us have infinite number of options. If in the next 1 hour I can do 10 different things, what do I choose? Depends on how much you respect your time. Depends on how much you respect yourself, whether you want to, go for simple pleasures of life, whether you want to go for improving yourself. And I'm not saying going for simple pleasures or doing something irrelevant is disrespecting yourself. No, it's just that in that point of time you want to do it. Is it conducive enough for your situation? It's not, unfortunately. Yeah, right now you don't have the liberty of spending a lot of time doing irrelevant things. You have to do something relevant, otherwise you yourself will become irrelevant in this interesting capitalistic society that we humans have created. So logically speaking, it's better for you not to waste your time on YouTube, man. Like someone is asking me about my favorite Hindi song. I hardly listen to Hindi songs, bro. Gurpreet, bro, take a break. Do nothing for 1 day or 2 days. Don't talk to anyone. Don't meet with anyone. Don't do anything. Just sit, chill, relax, sleep, eat food. You'll refresh yourself and get back to it for sure. Okay, Tanish is saying, I've covered the theory but failed in solving questions in physics. I've tried to take help from solve examples, but it's not working. Sometimes stuck even at basic questions. What to do? Only because you've completed theory without practicing questions, this is happening. Questions and theory go hand in hand. If you are being taught something and you don't practice it immediately, you will lose the essence of it. You will forget it. Okay, if any one of you has learnt a musical instrument, or if any one of you chooses to learn a musical instrument, you can't learn music theory entirely and then think, okay, now I will pick up the guitar and start learning it. No, the very first day you will learn about that. Okay, there are these 12 notes that we've divided the octave into, and today we are doing the C major scale, for example. So C major scale takes the most simplest of progressions, and then the teacher will tell you, okay, now you have to play the C major scale like this on the guitar. Play. You're like, no, sir, you now C major, you tell me about C minor and all the different transpose and everything. You learn about all the scales that are there in the world, and then you pick up the guitar. You won't be able to play one single note. Yeah. So for all of you who are thinking about, I will complete my syllabus and then go to practice, that is the most useless thing ever. You're wasting your time. Okay. The correct way to do is, if I am teaching you a certain topic today, not forget about chapter. Okay. If I am teaching you a certain topic today, let's say I told you about, I don't know, structural isomerism. After the class, you should go and solve questions related to structural isomerism. Even if you might not be able to solve a lot of them because stereoisomerism is somewhere involved in structural isomerism, but at least try to utilize that knowledge as much as you can. Yeah. Okay. That's why these coaching institutes give you DPPs, daily practice problems. Daily you can't do a new chapter. Yeah. You can only do 1 or 2 topics daily, but daily you have to practice them so that your brain knows what to do with those topics. Yeah. So my suggestion, start reading the NCERT and then start solving questions while you are reading about these new topics. Maybe that will give you some insight in what you should do. Shashank is saying, many say that eating rice makes us obese. What's your opinion on this? Shashank, arey yaar. See, the world is all about law of conservation of mass, isn't it? Yeah. So if in one day you are eating, let's say, 2 kilograms of food, all right, and your body is able to utilize the energy of, let's say, okay, not even talking about energy. Let's say you eat 2 kilograms of food, next day you excrete 1.5 kilograms of food. What's the remaining food in your body? 0.5 kilograms. According to the chemical reactions that happen inside the body, that 0.5 grams have already been converted into protein, fat that resides inside your body. Yes. The only way to become obese is eat more than your body utilizes and excretes. Yeah. Your body will utilize the food in the sense that it will use it for energy and excrete. Yeah. It will do some sweating as well, which is a very small part of excretion, but it will shed some skin as well, etc., etc. So overall, the point is, what you are taking in, if it is more than what you are taking out, you will increase in weight. If what you're taking in is less than what you're taking out, you will decrease in weight. On YouTube, you will find this as calorie control. Yeah, and if you are taking more calories than what your body requires daily, then you will become obese. If you're taking in lesser calories than what your body requires daily, you will become thinner. That's simple, basic, scientific mathematics. There's no more complication to it. So in a day, if you're eating only 2 kgs of rice, but your body needs 2 kg of food in a day, you will not become obese. But is eating only 2 kg of rice healthy for the body? No, because health is not just about weight, it's about a lot of other factors. Stamina is one of those factors. How good is the balance of vitamins and minerals in your body? How good is the level of hemoglobin in your body? Do you have any deficiencies in terms of vitamins, etc., etc.? A lot of these factors come into play. Yeah. So eating rice doesn't make you fat. Eating more than what your body requires in a day, every single day, is what makes you fat. You can reduce weight by eating only pizzas and burgers and junk food, etc. Is that good for your overall health? Definitely not. Yeah, so health is a topic that is totally screwed up online these days. Everyone talks about health as if they know everything about it. Fun fact is, no one knows anything about health. Everyone is trying to do whatever they think is the best. Yeah. Ishan, I always talk like this, bro. I think haven't seen these sessions properly before. Solo gaming, what should be our mindset while studying a lot of stuff in a short span of time? That's a very bad idea. Okay, what you should be thinking of is quality over quantity, and second thing that you should be thinking of is, of course, you can't do everything that is ideal for a chapter. Yeah, you can't watch 20 different YouTube classes and 10 different books and solve all the questions under the planet, under the sun. Yeah, you can't do that. So what you should do in that short span of time is say that, okay, I will do efficient work, and in this small span of time, I will focus only on the highest quality of resources. So go for the highest quality of teacher that's available online, whoever that might be, wherever that might be, even if it takes money, go for it. Then solve the best curated book out there. Don't just start solving any book. Yeah, solve the best book that is available out there, and then solve the best previous year questions that there are. JEE Advanced. Focus on quality. Okay, Dhanush is saying, Pahul Sir, how to revise class 11th physics? Do one thing, if you haven't done this already, solve all the NCERT questions of 11th class. Cool. Aman, okay, sorry bro, couldn't see your message earlier, man. Didn't come in front of me, I didn't ignore it. Sorry. Dushyant, Wikipedia is a better ally for you at this point of time. Tanish, yeah, that's a good decision, bro. That's not a problem. Yeah, but you have to focus a little more on JEE, of course. Janish is saying, your opinion on single teacher teaching multiple subjects. If the teacher is good at it, then great. If the teacher is not good at it, then please don't do it. Now, how do you decide whether a teacher is good at it? Students liking a teacher is only half the job done. Okay, students liking a teacher, it's very easy to do these days on the online platform. Everyone has a certain amount of fan following. That's just how humans are. Okay, there are so many humans on the planet that everyone will find at least lakhs of humans like him or her. ठीक है जी. So if students like a teacher, then that's just half the job done. It's good that the teacher has, connected to a lot of people who maybe could not relate to any other teacher earlier. So that's great. But the second thing is that teacher causing any real improvement? Yeah. Are you feeling good about the teacher because it's entertaining, or are you feeling good about the teacher because the teacher actually inculcates interest in the subject, and then you're utilizing your time knowing, trying to know more about the subject and being interested about, let's say, physics and or mathematics or chemistry or music or whatever you are trying to learn from that teacher? Is that teacher inculcating that interest in you towards the subject itself? And one very crude way of measuring things is, are you getting better marks eventually? So if that teacher is able to do that, brilliant. If not, then not a good idea. Okay. Priya is saying old people watch pravachans and we watch this. Humans have always been doing this. Humans will always keep doing this, Priya. Acha, Akshita, finally your message is visible again. How to get scholarship in University of British Columbia in Canada? I am not sure. You need to go to the website and see. Yeah. Getting into a good college for your undergraduates will definitely help, because I'm pretty sure that is a criteria for their higher study scholarships. But if you want to do an undergrad course from them, then I'm not sure. You should definitely search for their website and check it out. Okay. Kevin was saying, how was the chemistry course you took at IIT Bombay? Would you recommend it? 100% I would recommend it, man. Definitely I would recommend it. Yeah. Sanjay saying, what was the most embarrassing moment you faced in IIT Bombay? Sanjay, I was hosting a show with another co-host, and the co-host and I did not have good chemistry for some reason. Yeah, she had some ideas of her own of hosting. I had some ideas of my own of hosting. And then the list that the organizers had given us, that list was not proper. There were a lot of changes in the list. And then 3-4 times on the stage, I was like, okay, now the next team that is coming is from this, okay. They had given code words to the teams. They were not announced by college names. Yeah, because if I say the next team is from Miranda House, Delhi, then the judge might have, you know, some bias towards or against Delhi. So you get the idea. So they were given code words like next team that's coming on stage is Thundercats, and next team that's coming on stage is Superhumans or whatever. So lots of times this happened on the stage, like 3-4 times, like next team that's coming on the stage is Superhumans, and then everyone claps and everything. And then some organizer says, no, the next team is this. I was like, oh, sorry, the next team is Thundercats, and everyone starts laughing and everything. So that was embarrassing. That happened when I was in what? Second year or third year when this happened. But thankfully, balancing that embarrassing stage hosting experience, I had like 20 different good ones. So yeah, for one day I felt really sad about it, really embarrassed. But then I had better opportunities to vindicate myself. Madurai Singh, what should be for the beginner to join Unacademy? There is no prerequisites as such. If you're asking about it, just join a course that starts from the basics. And we have lots and lots of courses coming out each and every month, because every month a lot of students are joining us at Unacademy. Yeah, so you can start from anywhere. Fine. Gurpreet, I told you, man, take a huge break. That's it. Like 2-3 days, 1 or 2 days, just take a break. Okay, Raman, I live in the south part of Bangalore. Now I won't give any more details than that. Vidushi is saying, what's your ideology for why don't we understand some particular topic or subject? Okay, Vidushi's question is the last that I'm taking now, and after that question I will end the session. I'm sorry if I wasn't able to see a bunch of your messages, because right now, even though the chat session is almost about to end, there are at least 30 messages per minute, messages per minute, and I answer like a question in 1 or 2 minutes at least. Yeah, so whenever I'm answering something, when I'm focusing on answering a question, I lose 30 different messages. Yeah, so Vidushi, the thing is that it has a lot to do with your genetic capability as well. This is just my opinion, okay? I'm not an expert at it. It has a lot to do with your genetic capability as well. Fine. Genetically, everyone has a certain structure of their body, their physique, their mind, their mentality, etc. So there's a certain genetic component to it. There's a certain upbringing component to it as well. Okay. For example, students who've had really good teachers of mathematics in their earlier classes definitely find mathematics to be easier later on, etc., etc. Yeah, so that's also something that works. So again, the innate capability and how you've been brought up plays a lot of role in how your brain comprehends a lot of things around you. Okay, so for example, chemistry in its temperament is about observing the facts around you and then trying to wrap your head around it, trying to first of all, get over the fascination of why it is happening, trying to understand why it's happening, and then giving a theory, and then trying to apply that theory everywhere else. It's a very fundamental nature of science, yeah, that first of all you observe. So people generally in life who are good at just sitting still and observing everything around them and then accepting whatever they see, okay, some people, they won't accept what they see, they just won't agree with it, yeah, they see a video on YouTube and they're like, no, this is not possible, this is all fake. A lot of people do that. A lot of people will observe whatever is happening around them and they're like, this is why it might be happening, this is why it makes sense for it to happen, this is why it doesn't make sense for it to happen. You'll tabulate and then say, okay, maybe this is real, maybe this is not real. So such people who observe a lot in their life, who have this tendency to observe things that happen, try to understand the patterns behind them, these guys are good at chemistry. Yeah. So similarly, you can find a lot of different ideology overlaps in different subjects. That's just my opinion. Maybe there's much more to it, maybe there's much less to it, I don't know. Tanmay and Ishan are asking about Billu and Leona. Acha, give me 1 minute, I'll open them. I'll open their room. It's a huge room, by the way. So let's see if they come here. So give me 1 moment, and people who want to leave can leave. It's a casual conversation session. You guys can leave at any point of time if you want. Yeah. So because people are asking for Billu and Leona, just give me 1 moment. I'll try to bring them here. Sorry, there was no audio. My bad. I didn't realize the audio was also muted. But anyway, now that it's not mute, there is Billu. Yeah, Billu. Say hi. Hello. बैठ जा. Cool. So now Billu is standing in front of the chat box. Sado. Mamta, it's compulsive for me to take classes in the t-shirt, so yeah. Even though I'm not fond of this idea, I would like to style myself better, but this is compulsory. Okay, Nancy is asking, sir, please reply. Half 11th is backlog. I'm confused. Nancy, whatever is a backlog, take like 4 or 5 chapters out of it which are your favorites and prepare them from the NCERT. Read the NCERT, solve NCERT's questions. That applies for chemistry and physics. For mathematics, use the notes of your friend or your coaching and then solve the coaching material as much as you can. Cool. Mamta is saying job makes us do stuff, pretty much. Ishan, yeah, he's got a really long fluffy tail. Both of these have really magnificent tails. Yeah. Kushal is asking, what will you put for your cat? They have cat food. Siddha Karnoor is saying, what about the other cat? She is a little more antisocial. She's a little more like me, more lazy, more wary of people, that she doesn't want to come close to people. So चली गई कहीं तो वो. Not sure where she is right now. This guy wants to meet people. As soon as there are people at the house, he starts jumping and frolicking in front of them. Leona, nah, she's not interested. Daksh, hopefully in the future. Ishan, they eat other brands. Melancholia genre is saying, you antisocial? No way. Thanks for the sarcasm, bro. Karthik, you ask a question rather than saying your question is important, man. Come on. Fompy Pompy, not really sure about it, man. Tarang, I've been only to IIT Bombay. Yeah, I've only been to IIT Bombay, surprisingly. Labam, it's gonna be a little difficult because maths will be a part of your course. So, Billu, please don't close the live chat session. Lo, Billu laptop pe baith gaya. Yaar, tu upar chala ja. Yeah, that's why I don't have them when I'm teaching because they'll just walk around. Chalo. So people who are asking me for a beatbox, I'm sorry, my throat is now not in the condition to beatbox anymore, but we'll keep having these casual conversation sessions. So people, thank you so much for joining in, and that's it from my side for today. Tomorrow, by the way, we have the isomerism marathon session. So all of you people who haven't done organic chemistry's isomerism properly, you should definitely join me tomorrow for that session. That will definitely help every one of us learn a lot more about isomerism. Cool. So people, that's it from my side. Thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, bye bye. Take care. Good night. Thank you so much for joining in once again.